The member for Robertson.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and my question is to the Treasurer. Will the Treasurer update the House how the government's strong economic management is guaranteeing a safe and secure Australia, and what impact would weaker approaches to border security have on the budget?
The Treasurer has the call.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and I thank the member for Robertson for her question. And she knows,
member for Bruce,
as we know on this House, on this side of the House, that the first priority of government is to protect its people. And you can only protect your people when you have a strong economy to make the necessary investments, Mr Speaker. And we have a strong economy, and a stronger economy than the one we inherited, Mr Speaker. An economy that is growing at 2.8% compared to 2.1% when Labor was last in government. Unemployment at 5%, the lowest in 7 years, compared to 5.7% when Labor was last in office. A AAA credit rating from the 3 leading credit rating agencies, one of only 10 countries in the world to have so, and a budget that we will announce on April the 2nd that is coming back to surplus, Mr Speaker, the first time in over a decade, Mr Speaker. Now, having a strong economy is allowing us to invest in national security, a $200 billion defence capability plan to bring defence spending to 2% of GDP, investing in 12 new submarines, Mr Speaker, in 12 offshore patrol vessels, in 9 frigates, Mr Speaker, and equipping ASIO and the Federal Police and our enforcement agencies for the task ahead. But I tell you what weakens a country's budget. It's the same thing that weakens a country's national security, and that, Mr Speaker, is weak borders, Mr Speaker. And those opposite presided over 50,000 unauthorised arrivals and a budget blowout and tragic loss of lives at sea. And we've all seen that movie before, Mr Speaker, including the member for McMahon. And the member for McMahon was not watching that movie, Mr Speaker. He was the lead actor, Mr Speaker, because on his watch there were 25,000 unauthorised arrivals. On the member for McMahon's watch there were 398 boats. On the member for McMahon's watch there were 6 new detention centres that were open, Mr Speaker, and on the member for McMahon's watch there was a $5.2 billion blowout because of the weak border policy. That's money that could have helped build 360 schools, Mr Speaker. That is money that could have built 35 hospitals, Mr Speaker, and that money was lost to the budget because of Labor's approach on border protection, Mr Speaker. And it has been said that those who fail to learn the lessons of history are condemned to repeat it, Mr Speaker. And yesterday we saw in this House the Labor Party did not learn the lessons of history, and if given a chance in government will certainly repeat their failures when they were last in office.